Hello and welcome to Cornish Walking Trails. Today we're here on Carne Beach near Varian.
Same thing then.
We're going to start our walk today here from Carne Beach. We're taking in quite an old theme of Cornwall, the old kings of Cornwall from the 6th century. We're going to find a burial mound and then head out to Nare Head. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, or perhaps you would consider becoming a patron to the channel, or you could make a one-off donation through our website. Thanks for watching. For today's walk, we've parked in Carne Beach National Trust car park, which is free to National Trust members. Carne Beach is on the south coast of Cornwall on the Roseland Peninsula. We found this walk on the National Trust website. It's also on the information boards at the car park. Before we start our walk, let's head down and take a look at the beach. This beach is quite small at the moment, it's high tide. You can actually walk, it joins up with Pendower Beach off to my right. We're just going to let the dogs burn off a bit of energy, have a picnic and then start on our walk.
How you getting on?
Happy? Got a few pieces, look.
Oh, you have?
Oh.
Got another one? Oh, it's bluer.
Yeah, pretty. Oh, yeah. I'm sure we can do a sea glass stack for that. Are you up for doing that? Your first sea glass stack?
I don't know if I'll be any good at it.
Well, my hands are cold.
We'll give it a go.
Oh, nearly.
Fingers are cold.
Yeah, it's cold still, isn't it?
Right.
No.
Oh.
Ah. Any luck?
No, it's too rounded.
Not quite working, are they?
Find me some flatter ones.
Oh,
Check
wow.
me out. There we go.
Hey! That's your first stack.
Yeah.
Is it protected from puppy?
No.
Ooh.
Puppies, doggies, come on. Time for a walk.
The walk we're going to follow today is on the National Trust website, but there's also a notice board near the car park. So we parked in Carne Park. I can't say it. Carne Car Park. We're going to go up to Veryan Castle, find the Carne, and come back to Mallett's Cove. There's a lovely story at Mallett's Cove, and we're going to return using the Southwest Coast Path. If we've got time, we might explore a little bit of Nare Head, but that we're going to keep flexible on that. We'll see how we go. So we're exploring ancient Cornwall today.
Been wanting to come here for ages. Hello everybody, by the way. Yeah. So we've been to Varian quite a bit, and we've been to Varian and Portlow, haven't we? But we've never been out to the Beacon, have we? Is it Varian Beacon? Is that what it's called?
No, it's Veryan Castle and Carne Beacon.
I knew it was something like that.
Fantastic story at Carne Beacon. Very romantic, and it kind of borrows from that Arthur period, doesn't it?
All the made up stuff.
Yeah.
Great.
But we'll tell you that when we get there. We're heading now towards Veryan Castle. We're just crossing a fantastic empty field in the middle of nowhere. It's great.
Lovely day, it's middle of January as well.
Yeah, it's quite mild.
Beautiful. It's sheep poo, leave it alone.
There he goes. We're going to climb that now.
We're going up there.
That's steep.
So this is a site of Veryan Castle.
Yeah, it's getting windier.
I don't think there's a castle there though, is it? I think it's
No, there's mounds and ditches and stuff that we should be able to make out.
Okay.
Okay. If I was an attacking, marauding Saxon, I'd need to be fit to get up to Veryan Castle. The natural hill defends it so well. That view is breathtaking though, isn't it?
Porthscaffer is gorgeous, isn't it? So we've never done the bit from, is it Porthcurnick?
Yeah, we went inland
we?
at Porthcurnick.
It's another one for the list.
It is! Oh gosh. I don't think we're ever going to run out of ideas for videos for this channel. Cornwall's so big, there's so much coastline, we're so spoilt. It's just a question of choosing each week, where do we fancy going? So today we've ended up on the Roseland. Always easier in the winter months to get here. Just fingers crossed we don't encounter too much mud. Oh wow, that's it.
I'm not sure if that's it or not.
I think it is.
Ooh, what you got?
Well, we picked up half a dozen or so of these in a second-hand bookshop. So they were produced by the National Trust. Not quite sure when. We'll have to look that up.
We paid 60p for it.
Yes.
It better be good.
There's a few bits of information in here. There's some walks to follow, and it kind of focuses on one area, which includes, as it so happens, Veryan Castle. Now I've lost my page. Here we are. Veryan Castle. It just says that this prominent but surprisingly sighted earthwork, sometimes called Veryan Round or the Ring Arounds, is positioned on a steep-sided valley. Yep. It can be seen easily from the lane to the west, and a permissive path created by the National Trust allows walkers to reach it from Carne Beach car park, which we've done. A large oval platform cut into the hillside has created a scarp on the downside slope, which is a very steep side, isn't it? On the higher side, a rampart was later incorporated. It says it was likely to be Iron Age or Romano-British enclosed homestead.
Okay.
So there's nothing pictorially on this leaflet about it.
So they don't really know when it was used then?
No, and as far as we could make out when we were researching, it's never been excavated, but it may well have been, and there's no documentations that we came across. So we just stood in the middle of an ancient castle.
Very good. I don't want to go back too far.
No, stop!
Ah!
So they scooped out a load of land and pushed it over there and flattened it out. Sometimes I think it's quite hard to imagine how this would have been with a few stone circles and huts maybe and stakes all around. It would have been very easy to see anybody coming to you from the sea, and that slope really is a natural defence. It's so steep.
I've actually wanted to come here for a long time.
Why?
I don't know, but now I'm here I feel underwhelmed.
Oh,
it's not quite what I was expecting. I think the name sounds more romantic than it is.
But look at the setting, look at that view behind you.
The view is beautiful. I mean,
yeah.
I think it was an observation post.
Oh, okay.
I reckon a picnic bench there,
yes.
pasty shop in the corner, little coffee van over there, and the view.
Somewhere to buy a parasol to go down to the beach.
Yeah.
Let's go down this ditch. It's quite easy to see. You can make out quite a distinctive ditch. It's been cleared. Well, they have cut back quite a lot of vegetation. I guess with all of that there, it would have been more difficult to see. Right, I don't particularly want to go down here because we have Velcro puppy. It's going to get covered in brambles. Oh, wow.
Fairly obvious that it's obviously been like a man-made area, isn't it? It must have quite an interesting history. But it's worth coming here just for that view, isn't it?
I agree, I agree.
It's gorgeous.
Yes, the climb up is more impressive than the castle. Sheep. Right, we've got doggies on. Sheep in the field. Do you think we'll see any lambs?
It's January, isn't it? Is it a bit early for lambs?
Possibly. February, March, isn't it? Usually I can't hear any bleating So perhaps they're all just pregnant mummies waiting. Don't know what the sheep have done to the gate.
They've rammed their way in.
Oh, I give you the lines, don't I? Oh no, I've got puppy.
Good luck.
Good boy.
See, what are those big white dogs?
He's not sure. Ooh, he's scared. I want my daddy. He's a daddy's boy.
I don't think he's seen sheep before.
No, now he's hiding. Look, he doesn't know quite what to make of them, does he?
Note to self.
Yeah?
Should look where I'm going.
Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, I'm being pulled. The puppy thinks he can go under the gate. Oh dear, all these things he hasn't encountered before.
Bye-bye, sheep.
Good boy.
Our next instruction.
Footpath to Carne Beacon.
Nicely marked, isn't it? So we're going up those
Yeah,
few
so-
steps. That's a stile into a field.
I agree.
Shall I check it out?
Yes, please.
Okay.
More sheep.
Okay, there's a few more sheep in this one. Operation Catch the Puppy. Here he comes. Good boy, good boy. Hello, I've got you. I've got him. He's too wide.
There you go.
Cool.
Got him.
Ready? Want your reaction? Can you see what I can see?
I was going to say, where is it?
Yeah.
With those golden rays of light falling on the silver sea, you can almost believe the story about this cairn. Let us tell you what it is. So the story goes that this mound is a burial mound for one of the kings of Cornwall called Geraint. There's various spellings of the name. And the story says, the folklore tells us, that on his death he wanted to be buried here. He came across the water in a golden boat with silver oars and was laid to rest here with the boat and his crown. Today we have our copy of Nooks and Corners of Cornwall from 1910, and in it there's a little bit better explanation of the myth. And it said it was believed that someday he would rise up in his armour and sail away in that glorious boat. This tradition had been found in several places. Men who lived with a vital, awe-inspiring king found it difficult to believe that such a flame could be extinguished. He had vanished into surrounding darkness, but nonetheless, thought they, he must be somewhere where he could, nay surely would, return. This belief would probably be fostered by his successor. If he were a child or weakling, the people would hesitate to be disloyal for fear of what would befall them when the mighty father returned. So that gives you a bit more depth to that myth. The reason they wanted to create this awe-inspiring legend that he would come back was to quell the masses and not let them rise up against a weaker successor. So the King's Castle is meant to be over the bay, just by Portscatho, that little village that you can see in the distance. And above Portscatho is Gerrans, and the village is meant to have taken its name from the king. So it all links in. We're talking many years ago, of course. But isn't it a beautiful spot? I wouldn't mind being laid to rest here.
The legend goes that the golden boat and the silver oars, is that right, were supposed to be buried here with him?
Yes.
But they did excavations of his site in 1855, didn't they? What did they find?
Charcoal.
Right.
And dust.
No gold. No silver.
No. Probably been robbed years and years ago if there was any, isn't
But
it?
the story about the Cornish king, I think, because there's a bit of conjecture, isn't there? Because there was two kings with similar names, and I think it might be the 6th or 8th century.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's
but
correct.
The barrow itself is Bronze Age, so it's going to be like 1500 to 3000 years old.
That's right. So the folklore has taken many little threads and woven a yarn, literally, of a story, haven't they? But it's wonderful, I love it. This golden light.
There's a gate there, and there's a little, there's some wooden steps as well. You can go up to the top. Should we do that?
Yes, yeah, let's go. I wonder if we can get up there. Gosh, it's quite steep. Oh, wow. So maybe the fence is more to protect the sheep from falling down it or something. Oh gosh.
I think I found the way in. Something shining down there. Looks golden.
Fool's gold.
Fool's gold, yeah. That worked.
So the top of the barrow has been a little bit vandalised over the past. This used to be a triangulation point as one of the highest points in the area. But look at that.
I've done something really stupid.
He's left his wallet in the car. Come on. So, we're back at the car park.
Nothing in it.
Moths. Yeah, probably added extra mile to the walk. It's all downhill on the way back to the car.
Good for you.
Yeah, I've already done Veryan Castle. See you at the top of the hill. Oh, at least you can sit on it.
That's a roller, isn't it?
It is.
Farmer's roller.
Okay, so no book, just a quick shot of a map from online. So this is meant, if we're on Carne Farm,
Yeah.
there's a public footpath sign up there, which is good.
Yeah. I think this must be the farm.
But if this is Carne Farm, we're on the right track. That's Lewena.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's the old farm, isn't it? Farm buildings.
Good boy. Good news, we are in the right place. Don't think you'll be able to read it, but it says public footpath to Prado Cove, half a mile, and a link to the coast path.
So let's stand that way.
And that's where we want to end up, isn't it? It's also, I think it's near Mallet Cove, or called Mallet Cove.
That's right.
Right.
Mallett's Cove, yeah, there's an interesting story about that, but we do need to try and find a building, and I don't know if it's there.
Yes.
An old derelict building, but we'll have a look for it.
We will. Good boy.
Thank you, I'm doing my best.
Back.
Okay.
Good boy.
Yeah, I'm doing a good job.
Puppy training.
Oh, puppy training. I thought he was talking to me then.
Oh,
there we go.
You're a good puppy, aren't you? Yes.
Got little treats, have you?
Pups, sit. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boys. You've had yours.
I'm sitting. What do I get? Thank you very much.
Where do we go?
I think it's down there.
Look at the garden.
It's beautiful, isn't it? You're figuring out which way?
Yeah. We've obviously come to a fort. We've got no instructions. I think, having orientated the picture on my phone,
Yeah.
with Nare Point, I think we're continuing.
Yeah, I'm
to go
pretty
out.
sure that's the case because we go
Nare
that way
Head,
and then we
don't
come
we?
back along the coast path, I think.
Yeah, so I think we're at this junction. I don't know if it'll come out with
Oh yeah, we are.
Yeah,
we
so
are.
there's the footpath going back. So we're heading out this way?
Yeah.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Happy to go
Yep.
that way?
Yep.
Let's go. Come on, boy. Are you alright back there, darling?
I can't.
All I can see is a face.
Too tall for him.
Oh, bless. Oh.
He's
got alright, pups.
Hang on.
Alright, I'll catch him. I'll catch him. Hello, my sweetheart. Okay, I've got him. I've got
Can
him.
you get down from there?
Yep.
Alright. You sure?
Yeah,
Sure you
he's
got him?
fine. I've got it. Look at you, you monster.
Might put it on Instagram.
Really?
Yeah. Do you know we're on Instagram? And we're on Facebook.
Yeah, lovely photos. Take some lovely photos and you pop them on there for everybody to see.
Well, it
don't
is
you?
a joint effort. Well, that's your mum.
Oh, okay. I adore pathways like this. You get this a lot on the south coast. You're going through the shrubbery. You can't quite see the sea. And then it opens up. And it is beautiful. You've got this fantastic view of Nare Head. And the sea, tranquil, like a mill pond today. There's light on that water I can't get over. It's phenomenal. And the view across the bay. Such a reward for all the hard work. Oh my goodness. Oh! It's over there!
Yeah. So there's an abandoned building over there. It might be a bit too far away to make it out on camera. It's just up from the little inlet there.
So it's incredibly steep here, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's vertical cliff.
Just trying to be a bit careful with the dogs, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we'll put the cameras away and just concentrate on keeping these two and ourselves safe. We've got some treats.
I'm just going to show people the view. Look at that. That is amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. So we've read that this section of the coast path is strenuous. We've not done it before, and I think this up and down section would certainly make the grade for me. Quite chunky steps, and they go all the way down into the valley, and we're going to go over to that little ruined cottage. I can't wait to get over there. I'm so excited. Gosh, I don't like this. I know it's not coming out on camera, but this is quite steep, and I'm glad it's not slippery. Oh my goodness! Ooh, look at that! Oh wow! It looks like a lovely little cove, but I'm not quite sure if you can get down there. It's really slippery and muddy at the moment. It's probably easier to get down there in the summer. And the name, that Parado, gives you that sense of paradise, doesn't it? But I'm not going down there today, unfortunately. It's one for the future. We've just dug out the pamphlet that we had at Veryan Castle, and there's a very good reason for that. We're in front of a cottage here. It was probably a two-roomed cottage. The upstairs is a cob wall construction. It was probably thatched, and you probably got up to the upper floor with a ladder. So it's a very basic, humble dwelling. It was built by someone called Mallet, and he lived with his wife in Varian where they got married. However, he spent a lot of his time down here fishing from this cove. He would return to Varian and his wife at weekends with the catch. In 1840, or about that sort of time, he decided to emigrate to Australia, and he left his wife behind. I mean, they obviously didn't get on that well, did they? Anyway, it says in the pamphlet, about 120 years later, by an extraordinary coincidence, the trust farm tenant for the area, Mr. Neville Quinney, picked up two Australian hitchhikers east of Bristol. One of them was Tina Mallett, and she was the great-granddaughter of the fisherman Mallet, and she was returning to her Cornish roots here. How extraordinary! What are the chances? Oh. That would have been the fireplace, wouldn't it? It's tiny. So there would have been a downstairs and an upstairs. 2 rooms.
I wonder where they'd had the ladder then.
Here.
Yeah. So you can clearly make out where the cob would have been above, isn't it?
Yes, clear line.
I think the Trust have done some sort of work here just to keep it sort of in check.
I was thought cob by its very nature washed away, but if you look at the corner you can see two different colours.
What is in cob? And it's more like a...
Isn't it kind of like a mixture of mud, manure and straw and compacted together? If you've got like a clay type soil, I thought, but
this must have been a traditional means of building a cottage like this back then.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's very well kept, isn't it? And this would have had a thatched roof.
I just get the feeling it's not 100% original. It's been helped. It's been beautifully done, don't get me wrong, but I question whether it's the original cob. Do you think that's a clue?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? That's new, isn't it? So
this is probably new, isn't it?
So they've stabilised it, is what they've done, isn't it?
They've done a beautiful job. It really gives you a good idea of what was here. Yeah. Oh, look at that in the sunshine.
Can you imagine living here, though? How extreme it would be.
What a view.
Let's just show you the view. A very low lintel, duck underneath. Look at that.
I don't know how I'd feel if I was his wife, being left behind in the village whilst he went off fishing and just came back at weekends and then disappeared to Australia. Perhaps it just worked for them. Perhaps the intention was that she was going to go out there and join him and something just went wrong. Anyway, lovely little setting. I bet that pumped out some heat. There's loads of trees up in the valley, so yeah, that would have kept him nice and warm and snug no matter what the weather in the cove.
I think I've sussed this out. So he went off to Australia.
Yes.
He must have remarried them, because if the relatives had come over from Australia 100 odd years later, or what is that? That would be 160, 70 years later, wouldn't it?
Oh my goodness me, they really didn't get on, did they?
No.
No. Unless he took a son or something with him.
Maybe. Mm.
The story! It could make a brilliant novel. So the light is failing. We're not going to have enough time to do Nare Head.
Save something for another day.
Indeed. We've got some more stories about Nare Head, haven't we?
We have. So I think we're going to wander back towards Carne Beach again.
On the southwest coast path. Should be some fantastic views. So let's get going.
Well, we've got a little bit of a beach now because the tide's on its way out, so we might wander along the beach a little bit.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Come on. I'm really glad we made it out to this little room. When we read the story, it seemed like such a romantic setting. So we were glad to get out here today, and on such a beautiful day as well. And now we've got to climb this precipitous hill. Andrew's alright, he's got the puppy to pull him up. We're back, we're nearly back at the beach, isn't it looking stunning? Low tide nearly. Oh, a couple hours before low tide. You can walk all the way along to Pendower Cove. I can't wait to get down there. My primary aim when I get down there is to wash off the puppy. So don't you think that's a sign of a good walk? A dog that's had a really good time.
Well, very mucky paws.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very happy.
He is a happy boy. How beautiful, simply beautiful. We're back at Carne Beach, Andrew. I've really enjoyed today, apart from one moment.
Which moment might that be, Sarah? I've done something really stupid.
He's left his wallet in the car. Come on. You're numpty. So that added quite a bit of extra time to our walk, which means we didn't complete the whole thing. We'll come back another day.
But you love walking.
Oh, I love walking uphill.
In all seriousness, we've had a fantastic walk today. If you find yourself in this part of the Roseland, it's a gorgeous walk to explore. It's got history. Love finding out about the story with the Kings and that barrow.
Oh, and the golden boat with the silver oars.
Yeah, and then we ended up at that fabulous spot overlooking Mallett's Cove with that abandoned cottage. It's
such a romantic setting.
So I'm going to score this walk today a 9 out of 10. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been a fabulous walk.
Yeah, apart from the wallet. We're recommending a web-based walk. Have you got signal?
I have got signal, surprisingly enough.
Oh, brilliant. We didn't check it all the way round, did we? But there is signal.
Got signal, and I've got my wallet.